I thought the church was just powerless. I attended on a semi-regular basis, but did not see any life change. I would say there wasn't any excitement, there wasn't any power in what was happening, there wasn't a whole lot of fun. And then as I went to college, and especially as I got involved in a parachurch ministry, I started to see really God transform lives. Certainly mine was changing. I started to see people intentional about developing relationships, and once those relationships were developed, they began to share what Christ had done in their lives. And I watched a ton of junior high and high school kids make a decision to follow Christ in this parachurch ministry. But I saw a lot of those kids make that decision, but then there was never a whole lot of follow through. And so I saw that Christ could change lives, but without the church to plug into, it was incomplete. Once we began to be a part of Watermark and started to talk about what the scriptures say a church really ought to be about, is when I really started to have my thinking transformed about what church can be. Colossians 1, kind of the middle of the chapter, just talks about that Jesus is the head of the church. And it's where we get the term that you hear all the time, that the church is supposed to be the hands and feet of Christ. And so what happened, now I'm in a church, and all those high school and junior high kids that have made a decision to follow Christ are now walking deeply with Christ. And I would say specifically my own kids, who I would, if I haven't gotten involved in the church like I did, my own kids would probably have come to Christ, but would never have been discipled like they have been discipled here. And so one of the things I tell people all the time, my kids don't know that you can live the Christian life apart from the church. They don't even know that's possible. It would not even enter their mind that you could be a Christian and not be a part of a biblical community. That is where I have seen the power of the church. I've seen my life change. I've become more fully devoted to Christ through the church than I wasn't before. I've seen my family be transformed by the significance of the church, and I've watched thousands of people own their sin, deal with their hurts, habits, and hang-ups, become more able to counsel biblically. Now I know that the role of the church is to dive into that situation. If we're ever gonna see our country change, our world change, it's gonna be because Christ begins to change hearts. We change things internally in our own lives, and then we continue making a difference in the lives of other people.